So you'll notice links all around the web page, I guess, that are linking to different features. Unfortunately, you're going to have to see my face in all of them, but that's okay. Just have a browse around, and it's not just, I guess we're not just talking about product related stuff. You can actually get in, and there's a few tips and tricks on how to use the stuff at home or how to use the kit in the studio. So this feature right here is about VST Instruments. Steinberg's been owned by Yamaha for quite some time now, and you'll start to see a lot of integration between this kind of stuff and what's going on inside of Cubase. Of course, Yamaha is the biggest music manufacturer in the world, so they've got a lot of great sounds. And between us, we've got a lot of great developers. So it's a case of our developers sitting down with their developers and figuring out what we can collaborate on. Inside Cubase 7.5, though, we have two pretty nice new instruments. I've already discussed Groove Agent SE4, so click on the link if you want an in-depth look at that. But right now, I want to focus on Hellion Sonic SE and the new workflow, I guess, in Cubase, which is the instrument racks. So let's just come down here and find a pattern. Let's drag this guy in. You can see it's really easy to drag it straight over, so close Groove Agent. Okay, and now we've got Hellion Sonic SE up in front of us. So it's been redesigned. It looks a bit different to how it looked before. We've still got things like the pads, which we can allocate any function to just by right mouse clicking. Even if we want to use it live, we can take a snapshot of a chord. So there you go. And then we can rename that. So that's the chord that I just, I guess, took a snapshot of. Even down to things like arpeggiators. So I've got the new trip instrument loaded up here. This is brand new to Cubase 7.5, and as we go through, you can see there's a fairly traditional, I guess, architecture there in terms of 3 oscillators, which we can turn on and edit in terms of parameters. We've got a sub, we've got modulator, some noise, there you go, and then we've got an arpeggiator built into the back end of the section as well. So these variations here are linked to these pads. So if we're performing live, we can have pads set up just to trigger in between different variations of the arpeggio. This new trip interface is given, I guess, Hellion Sonic SE another dimension. In terms of what we had before, you can see the other thing that we also have now is the ability to link very quickly to quick controls. So quick controls are these knobs down the bottom here. So you can see at the moment we've got them set to things like filter cutoff, filter resonance, distortion, level. With each new sound, you'll notice different functions and different parameters down there that we can actually change to manipulate the sound. So right beside me on the left-hand side here, I've got this Steinberg Qc, which is the quick controller. Now on the top of it, you can see that we've got 8 knobs. So basically these knobs are set to these different parameters. So if we want, we can come through and play around with sounds. Okay, so you get some idea of what we could actually do there. But that's one way of being able to play around with the sounds. By the way, you can load your own presets and save your own presets once you're happy with them, just by going through and manipulating the different parameters. But what's really neat now about the way all this fits together inside of Cubase, so I've just shown you Groove Agent and then Hellion Sonic,